Hey people, I'm live. Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Wednesday, aka Hump Day. I'm here at Rosedale Station. And it's a sunny day. It's going to get hot later. It's not too hot yet. And I see we got a good crowd here. I see Estelle. How you doing, Estelle? Really tired? Well, hopefully you don't fall asleep from my live stream, Estelle. Or maybe you should fall asleep during my live stream. Hey Susan, how you doing? Who else we got here? Hello Harjot. Hello Crows and Ravens. Hello Cpand. COVID Hippo. Alan K. Kwan. Linda Jane Jackson, how you doing? And Michelle Briggs. And we got Dave Thomas in the house. And we got a train coming in. Okay, Alex is here. Hello, Alex. And Vivian Johnson. Good morning, Vivian. Allie from Iraq, good morning. I see Ice Cream is here. And Schnurchick. We got Dave in Bangor, Maine. Hunter Stewart. Brad Palmer. Hello, Brad Palmer. And Christopher Haydock. And Marie Palmer. I got both of the Palmers here. And Michael Wynn is here. And Capellan. And I like to walk. S.L. Leafs is here. Hello. And the ABX girl. Yes, it is a very clean subway. And Midge Adams. Alright. Well, I don't know if I got everybody. I might have missed a person here and there. I'll say hello to you later on, I'm sure. So I thought it'd be fun to start the stream from a subway station, which normally I can't do, because usually they're underground and I have no signal, but there are a few of these above ground stations. Over there, you can see we're close to the Yorkville neighborhood. Hello, Ebron. How you doing? That's right, it's Hump Day. See more of the Bloor Yorkville skyline. And here's a map of all the TTC routes. boom, we are out on the street. Hello, Frank from Germany, and Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Hello, hello. Well, I hope you enjoy your 10 days in Toronto, Frank. I think it's a pretty good time of year to come. Hopefully it won't get too hot. We just had quite a heat wave the last few days. We're on Yonge Street. We're going to walk a bit through the Rosedale section of Yonge Street here. This is Midtown. And I think at some point I'll walk along one of the nice residential streets that crosses Yonge. We're going to head up towards Summerhill Station, and maybe once I get up to that area, then I'll head west along a nice residential street. We'll look at some expensive houses. I'm not sure where I'll end up. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, Susan, with all the construction coming for the Ontario line. Downtown is going to be a big mess around Yonge and Queen. Not really looking forward to having to navigate around all that stuff every time I'm walking around downtown. But it's just something you got to deal with in order to finally get a nice new subway line serving the downtown area. I have my power bank with me, so we'll see how it goes. I might end up streaming longer than I usually do. We'll see how I feel after 2 hours, if I want to continue. Hello, Marvin in Guatemala. Well, I hope you pick up some good English skills watching the stream. I'll try not to use too much slang. Hello, Sanjay. How you doing? Hey, Whitby Dude's here. At least I'm walking out of the glare of the sun. I think heading south would be a different story right now. It is still pretty hard to read the chat though, so my apologies if I miss the odd question or chat directed towards me. Hey, Jennifer Gala, how you doing? Yeah, it's a nice day. Figured I'd get out and do this before it got too hot later on. And of course, if you know me, you know I like to walk on the shady side of the street. Hey, Jenny's here. Hello, hello, Jenny. Thought Batman only comes out at night. Normally, that's right, normally. But I'm not wearing my Batman shirt, so I guess it's okay. There's a nice pic of downtown. This is the new building they're putting up here on this site. The James, it's called. Sounds like a name for a butler. Not only is your butler named James, but the building you live in is also named James. Because you have to be rich to live in this building. Yeah, a bit generic, but I think the materials and workmanship would probably be a bit of a step above what you find in a lot of other condo buildings. At least in this neighborhood, you would expect it anyway. Oh, just in time. There we go. Perfect timing for that. And here's the old former North Toronto train station. Now it's a fancy liquor store, as I've mentioned several times before. For Jeffrey. What about Smithers? That's a good butler name, right? Jeeves, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that shooting at Trinity Bellwoods, the most popular park in the city, or one of them anyway. Some nice tables for some outdoor dining. Hump day is just Wednesday. Just like the middle of the week, you get over that hump. I'm pretty sure some Americans use that expression as well. I think I heard it on American movies and TV shows, and originally it's kind of where I picked it up, I'm pretty sure anyway. Let's take a walk down this street. There's an awesome view. How's that for a nice postcard shot? Let's get out of this glaring sunlight here if I can. Ah, there, Michael Stern knows the hump day expression. Hey, no worries, David Clippert. So I've never walked down this street before. It's just a residential street. It should take us over to Avenue Road. Hey, Lisa Palmer, welcome, welcome. All right, Susan, enjoy your lunch. That's some interesting old attached housing here. I guess this is a row house. There's like at least 4 or 5 units in this row. This one looks like it's a more recent construction, but they built it in the style of the old bay and gable houses that you see in the Victorian parts of the city. So it's kind of cool that they at least mimic the look of the old Victorian housing. Hey, Lisa Palmer. Am I seeing this correctly, Lisa Palmer? Holy, what the heck? Did you just send me $100? Holy crap, Lisa Palmer. Thank you very, very much. That's an enormously generous super chat. Deserves a hearty thank you and a thumbs up. Yeah, holy cow. I'm always blown away when someone sends such a big super. Lisa Palmer, the Ottawa Wanderer. She has her own channel as well. Everyone should check it out. I think that's the name of her channel is her name here in the chat. And she does live streams in Ottawa. Yep, over the hump with a $100 super chat for sure. Look at this beautiful old row house here. So you still do see a lot of attached housing and row houses well north of Bloor, north of the core of downtown. Most of them are south of Bloor though, and going east and west of downtown, going into Leslieville in the east and almost as far as Parkdale in the west. That's where you find most of the row houses and attached housing in Old Toronto. But there is some that extends beyond those parts of the city. Look at this one. I think they should be closer together. Well, in the case of the row houses, not sure how much closer they could be, but I get what you're saying. Toronto does tend to cram the houses in pretty tightly, even in the detached neighborhoods where the houses are fully detached. They'll often be almost touching anyway, so they almost look like row houses even if they're not. You kind of have to get well out of the downtown area before the lots are a bit bigger and the houses are actually spaced out with a little bit of yardage between them. Once you get up to like St. Clair area, some of the neighborhoods have a little bit more breathing room. Lisa Palmer, you sent another donation, $10. Holy moly. You're like spoiling me here, Lisa. As if 100 wasn't enough. Thank you so much. Hey, Romachek, how you doing? Yes, we're in the upper crust. That's right. The crusty upper areas. Pip pip, stiff upper lip. Hey, Yogi's here. How you doing? Hey, Novelcost is here. You know what I looked up out of curiosity? I looked up the density of Amsterdam city compared to Toronto. And Toronto as a city is just about the same density as Amsterdam. And that's Toronto's entire city limits, which is like 240 square miles or 630 square kilometers. Amsterdam is a much smaller city in area, but yet they still have a very similar overall density. And Old Toronto, which is the original city that existed prior to the amalgamation, is denser than Amsterdam by a fair margin. So I thought that was interesting. People are packed in more in the same area in Toronto than they are in Amsterdam. Amsterdam does have a lot of that constant sea of 4 to 5 story mid-rise housing, though. But I guess it doesn't make up for all of the people crammed into the tall residential towers in Toronto. Uh-oh. You had a run-in with a dingus, Alex? Nobody likes a dingus. We're on Avenue Road. So these are kind of swanky apartment buildings here along Avenue. A lot of them are old, from the like 60s and even before that, some of these old pre-war buildings, but they tend to have pretty expensive rents. Some of your closest friends are dinguses. I guess even dinguses need friends, right? Scott Briggs, yeah, it cooled off here too. It's not nearly as humid as it was a few days ago. Like early this morning, it was only around 15 degrees Celsius, and it felt very cool and pleasant to walk outside. But it's going to get up to 28 degrees today as the day goes on, but with less humidity than it was during my recent videos and live streams. It was insufferable then. I couldn't stand it. Hey, Dave Edmonds. Yes, we are on Avenue Road right now. We're kind of north of downtown, in the more Midtown area. And we're approaching St. Clair Avenue. I see we just passed the 100 viewer mark. It's good to see for a still early hump day. I find these streams I do in the evenings tend to get a larger audience than the ones I do in the daytime. But still, I like to mix it up, you know. You think so? Maybe it will be, maybe it will be. And Lisa Palmer with another donation, $2. Holy moly, Lisa. I don't know what to say with this constant flow of support from Lisa Palmer. Appreciate it very, very much, Lisa. And look, way down there is the Tour de Sienne. Some nice old apartment buildings. These are my favorite kind of apartment buildings here. Hey, Abe, thank you very much. Lisa, another 20? Oh my God. They're keeping me in burritos and root beer and ice cream sandwiches for the next month, Lisa. Thank you very much. Yeah. Look at this building. How nice is that? You got any live streams coming up there in Ottawa, Lisa? Do you toast the bread? That would be interesting to try an actual ice cream sandwich for real, right? That would be interesting. Oh my God. Lisa Palmer, you're blowing my mind here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how many words I can come up with to express my gratitude at your extreme generosity. Steve Mikra, $2. Happy Hump Day, Ken, and everyone watching live. And thank you very much, Steve, also for the support. I hope you're enjoying the walk through these swanky areas. This street is a bit of a traffic nightmare. You were in Toronto, were you, Lisa? And Oakville. That's awesome. Did you have a good time? Did you check out all the sights? And here is the best building of all right here, I think, among the old buildings on Avenue Road. This is called the Balmoral. And it's named after the street here, Balmoral Avenue. Or maybe Balmoral Avenue is named after the building. Clayton Crawford. What time is it? Well, it should be just after noon here, 12:04 in the afternoon. And Roma check. $5 for a box of ice cream sandwiches. Wow, thank you very, very much, Romachek. I indeed can get myself a box, a nice 12 box, a dozen, what am I trying to say? A box of a dozen ice cream sandwiches for $5. Thank you very much. The Ken and Lisa show, yeah. Oh, hey, the other Lisa. So yeah, I've always wondered what that building was like on the inside. I mean, I'm sure I could look it up online and find out. named after a nonagenarian in Scotland, eh? Wow, thank you again, Lisa Palmer. I'm going to be up to my eyeballs in every snack and delicious treat and food that I love. Probably until the end of the year. Hey Falcom, you're at work. Kind of a late time to still be at work. I don't know if that's normal. Hey Emilio, hello, hello. Building is kind of generic looking, but it's a recent build and I bet you it's very expensive to live in. Alan K. Kwan, $10. A burrito and a root beer would go good with the ice cream sandwiches. I cannot argue with that, Alan, and thank you very much. I could make like one of those ice cream floats with root beer and an ice cream sandwich, right? Yeah. Miss anything here. Yeah, St. Clair Avenue. So Avenue Road continues on with its fancy apartment buildings. Well, let's take a walk down St. Clair. This is also a very nice stretch with some beautiful buildings. A very urbane feel along St. Clair, I think more so than Eglinton. Yonge and Eglinton is a bigger node, busier node, but Yonge and St. Clair has a bit more of a lived-in, complete feel to it. Maybe because Yonge and Eglinton is a constant construction zone, whereas Yonge and St. Clair is not. Although there is some new development underway that will change the neighborhood quite a bit with some taller buildings. Hey, Soldier Q, or Soldier Q One Love, hello. That white apartment building there is really expensive. We're on the edge of Forest Hill here now. Forest Hill is just sort of over in that direction, but we're gonna head over here. Hey, K1, I missed that. K1SM3TTT, hello. I'm not sure if there's a better way to pronounce that. That guy was covering up his face as he walked past. It's not that big a deal, dude. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, Avenue Road. I know I've made fun of that before. Avenue Road. Well, how about Street Boulevard or Road Lane? How about that? schnurt chick. A shy guy, yeah. I have a feeling he's covering up his face for different reasons. Cul-de-sac Avenue. A wanted fugitive. I wonder sometimes, you know, I wonder. And Christopher Haydock, £3 super sticker. Thank you very much, Christopher, your support as well. Very much appreciated. And I also saw, was that you who sent a PayPal earlier, Christopher? And thank you very much for that as well. Very, very kind. Am I going towards Davisville? I might end up going that way. I didn't really plan out this stream. All I knew was I was going to wander around north of downtown. Let's look at Glenn Gould's old building. Glenn Gould, the famous interpreter of Bach, famous piano player. Widely regarded as probably the best interpreter of Bach in recent memory, at least during the 20th century. And this is the building he lived in. Not sure what floor he lived on, but it's a beautiful old, sturdy looking apartment, the Park Lane Apartments. Okay, fair enough, Christopher. So here we have, I don't know if that's easy to read or not. Glenn Gould, celebrated pianist Glenn Gould, was born in Toronto and lived here on St. Clair West for much of his adult life. And I believe he's also buried in Mount Pleasant Cemetery, although I'm not sure where his grave is located. That's a gigantic cemetery. I don't know if I'd find it just by wandering around. And he was quite an eccentric guy, Glenn Gould, you know. He was very, very particular about the conditions when he would do his performances. The temperature had to be at a certain level. He always used the same chair that he used every time, his own chair that he preferred to use. So they would have to adjust the height of the piano to make it comfortable for him to play the way he was used to playing, because he kind of tended to play from a different position with his hands than a lot of piano players do. So they would have to adjust the piano for him. But once everything was the way he liked it, he would basically do everything far, far better than most people had ever seen before. I'm not sure what's up with the choppers. Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like I'm on the sunny side of the street. Wonder if I could switch over to the shady side. I just wanted to walk past Glenn Gould's place, but we have done that, so across I go. Here's the right of way for the streetcar. Clayton Crawford, they're looking for him, they're looking for him. There's another nice old apartment building. Quite similar to the one Glenn Gould lived in. Hello, Doug in London, Ontario. Hey, Guy Soleil. So this is one of the two sort of high density nodes in Midtown. Well, three, I guess, if you include Davisville. But Yonge and St. Clair and Yonge and Eglinton are the main two, with lots of commercial buildings, not just residential. Lots of office towers, office workers. Sort of like little mini downtowns. Although Yonge and Eglinton is almost like a worthy of being a downtown of a fair-sized city in its own right now, like a mid-sized city. You're in these parts, Alex? Yeah, I really like St. Clair Avenue. I just find it a lot more pleasant than Eglinton Avenue. It just looks a lot nicer in my opinion, but... And some tall buildings are finally going to be constructed around here. I think one is under construction, and another one will be joining it soon. Yeah, North York at Yonge and Finch, that's its own thing too. That's like a basic, well, downtown North York is how you could think of it, right? Yeah, there goes the chopper. Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Yeah, Brampton has a pretty nice little downtown, actually. And it's growing, it has lots of new development. The thing is, though, Brampton has like 650,000 people or thereabouts, but its downtown looks like the downtown of a city of maybe 200,000 people, because most of Brampton is just never-ending, expanding suburbia, right? And Mississauga's downtown looks awesome from a distance when you see the big cluster of skyscrapers, but once you're right in it, it's not very awesome because it's very suburban in nature. It's just a lot of towers in the park, built around a big shopping mall, basically. There are some office towers and things too, but doesn't have a true downtown feel, in my opinion anyway. Maybe it will in the future. North York along Yonge and Shepherd does have a downtown feel, but just along Yonge Street. Once you go off Yonge, it drops off pretty quickly. You're talking about Brampton Novocaust? Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't argue too much with that. Maybe 200K was a bit too big of an estimation. Maybe 150K. That's sort of what downtown Brampton looks like. We're back on Yonge Street. So this is where they're building one of the new towers. I think this one's going to be around 44 stories, which is by far the tallest building in this neighborhood, or it will be. And it has a cool design. It kind of looks like an artichoke. A lot of people call it the artichoke building based on the renderings. I think one Delisle, I think, is the name of the building. And they haven't really started digging yet. At least looks like they just demolished what was on site here. You're talking about those new buildings in Mississauga that are all zigzaggy looking, Susan? Those ones are getting pretty tall now. They're starting to dominate the skyline. Mr. Thai. I wonder how their pad thai is. Yeah, I really enjoyed the pad thai I had the other day with Megan. We went to Pie Restaurant. Did a little video walking to the restaurant in the insufferable heat and humidity. My only complaint was in the restaurant itself, you couldn't feel the air conditioning very much. It was so hot in there. Kind of took away from my ability to just enjoy being in there and eating my meal. It was very busy though. Yeah, it was very loud, very busy, and too hot. They need to crank up the AC in that place. And when we got there, they told us it would be a 45-minute wait before we could get a table. So we're like, 45 minutes, all right. So we decided to just go to another place nearby, a pub right next door actually, an Irish pub, and just go in there and hang out and just have a couple of drinks. And in there it was super cool, like the air conditioning was cranked. I was like, ah, this is better. And then we ordered our drinks. And then like within 10 minutes, Megan got a text from Pi saying that our table was ready. And we're like, they said 45 minutes and we just ordered drinks. So we basically had to leave before we even got our drinks. We had to tell them sorry, or our table just became available next door. So we have to go, because if we didn't get there within 10 minutes of the notification, they'd give the table to someone else. So kind of annoying. You recommend Thai Princess? Yeah? But yeah, the pad thai was delicious. I would say the best that I've had so far. Just the flavor was just next level, you know. And I'm not too picky, you know, when it comes to eating. I'm perfectly happy to eat food court pad thai, you know, which I usually do. And kind of that's what I wanted to do actually, but Megan was like, no, go to a real restaurant. She didn't want to go to a food court. So I was like, all right. Market 707, yeah. Yeah, me too. Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Me too. And on a day like that, sitting outside would just be like, no way. Some people do sit outside on super hot, muggy days. I don't know how they can stand it. You're literally just sweating while you're eating, like with the sun baking you. This is a nice apartment building. And it wasn't that expensive at Pi either. More than you'd pay in a food court, obviously, for the same amount of food, but it wasn't extravagant. It was 20 bucks for a decent sized plate of pad thai. Megan couldn't finish hers, so it was quite a lot for 20 bucks. I finished mine though, haha. So it's about twice as much as you pay at the food court. Oh, I'm sure Scott Briggs, yeah, Queens is known for being the New York City borough that's most similar to Toronto. At least that's what many people say. Its built form, the time it was developed, its cultural mix, all that sort of stuff is more similar to Toronto than the other boroughs. And visually it looks very similar. If you go on Google Street View and go along some of the commercial strips in Queens, they look pretty similar to the commercial strips in Toronto, in the old part of Toronto. Hey Dan, how you doing? Good afternoon to you as well. The one thing Queens has that Toronto doesn't have, though, is elevated subway lines on those old sort of steel supports, you know, that go right over the street. But they also both have lots of blocky apartment buildings built in the 1950s and 60s. Sort of project style apartment buildings with the balconies and all that sort of thing. Slabs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, that's right. Action Kid is from Queens. Yep. And I think the Beastie Boys, at least not all of the Beastie Boys, but I think a couple of the Beastie Boys were from Queens. I think one was from Manhattan and the other two were from Queens. I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. Oh, is that so, Christopher? Yeah? It was frowned upon. It's in Dugan Avenue. Oh, I just got a text. I forgot to turn on my do not disturb on my phone. So you might have heard the beep 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 beep. Yeah, the Skyscraper Canyon is in Manhattan, just go on forever. And there's definitely more of them. More of them than we have, but we're catching up. We're catching up, man. We're constantly building new canyons all over downtown. There are a couple streets downtown that weren't canyons just like 5 years ago, and now they are. I don't know if we'll ever catch up to Manhattan. I doubt it, but I think we will pass Chicago, though. It's almost a certainty that we will pass Chicago in number of skyscrapers, probably within the next few years. So watch out, Chicago. Toronto's going to become the new second city for skyscrapers in North America. George Lucas. I knew he was watching my live streams. Him and that Spielberg guy. Yeah, I've never actually walked up close to these apartment buildings. I've only seen them from Yonge Street. The Brentwood Towers. I wonder if I can get over to the rail path from here. Yeah, the Bay Street Canyon is the longest for sure. It just, yeah, you have to kind of go around the bend at Old City Hall. Maybe this path will take me somewhere, somewhere away from here. What is this? Let's investigate. There goes a train. I have no idea where I'm going. See, I wanted to get over onto that thing. How do I get over there? Yeah, we get a good look at the subway yard here. Does this go anywhere? Nope, that is a dead end. Well, this was a failed excursion. Fail with a big capital F. Why even bother having these stairs and stuff over here if it doesn't go anywhere? Picard. I have failed to engage. I have failed to achieve warp factor 9.7. I guess I'll just keep going up here. Let's do more. Let's do more getting lost. Let's do more dead ends. Jason Voorhees, oh no. Yeah, there's quite a lot of bikes here. It's almost like something you would see in Johnny's Amsterdam video. Well, not quite, but you know, it's a fair amount. Does this go anywhere? Maybe I should follow the lady on the bike. Maybe she'll lead me to the trail. Hey, Michelle Gray. Hello, hello. And PAG, hello, hello. So we're walking along some areas I've never set foot in before in my life. I wonder if the bike path is over there. Can you get to the K. Gardner Trail through here? The K. Gardner walking path? No, over there?
Just down.
Thanks a lot. Maybe sometimes it pays to just ask a simple question. Hey, Mike Landry's here. Hello, hello, Mike. The entourage. Now, referring to that show that was on TV like 10-15 years ago. Hey, I think I found it.
I've never heard that one before.
I found the trail. Don't walk into the gate, Ken. Ah, nice and shady here. Hey, Paula Barton, hello. Watch out for them, there are viruses. This is a nice tree. Oops. There we go. Oh, that little splash pad thing looks refreshing. I don't think this is leading to that pedestrian bridge, but we'll go over here anyway. Hey, McFly. Thank you very much. It's, yeah, well, it's not too hot today. I mean, it's not cool or anything, but it's bearable. I'm not dying like I was a few days ago. PAG, yeah, I'm kind of planning to do a CN Tower video. I just haven't figured out when yet, but it's definitely something I think about often enough to know that it will happen. I was thinking of doing a live stream from the tower and a regular video as well, so I might try to combine the two. And over there is Yonge and Eglinton, those tall buildings, aka Strides Land.
Literally 400 people to ask if you should buy makeup or baby food.
And this is Yonge and Davisville.
Like, it's not my fault that you don't have an okay ping roll. Like, yeah, you're right, it's not our fault, just don't fucking ping everyone then.
That's like people who are
Like, you could literally just ask the question and not ping anyone, and you would actually
Just wanted to let that kid with the loud voice pass me. So here's Davisville subway station. way back towards downtown. There's all those apartment buildings we just walked past. Oh, and here's a train. It's really hard to read that chat with all this bright sunlight. We saw Super Dave jump off this, or fall, I guess is more accurate. Super Dave fall off the CN Tower. That's a classic bit. Classic. Yeah, so here's the entrance to Davisville Station and the TTC head office. Kind of a bit of an underwhelming building, but it has some character. Here's Davisville Village. See the tower way far away. God, it was brutally hot. It was so humid. Oh my God. Above and beyond any level of humidity I'm ever expected to put up with. It's horrible. The walk was fun though. If it wasn't for all the humidity. Megan's feet were certainly worse for wear after that. She spent hours walking around in those high heels. She had to cover her feet in band-aids before we started the live stream. And when we got back to my place and she took off her shoes, I've never seen a person so happy in my entire life. And I've never heard anyone express their happiness with audible noises so much in my life. This is Davisville Village, as I mentioned. I think I mentioned anyway. Ugh. Again, Christopher? Again with this hot, muggy weather? Oy vey! Enough with the hot, muggy weather already. Am I happy today? Yeah, I'm alright. I was kind of grumpy the last couple of days, but much less so today. 2 days ago I was really grumpy on Monday. Oh yeah, I was full on grumpy Ken. Hey, it's Al Green Lane. I wonder if it's named after the Al Green. Any wrestling fans? I think this pathway just goes down to Merton Street, I think. But I'm gonna stick to this street. Let's head over to Mount Pleasant. The cruel shoes, yes. They were cruel to her feet, that's for sure. All right, Brad Palmer, glad you could drop in for a while. Enjoy the rest of your work day and your evening after that. I hear the rents in these old slab buildings is kind of reasonable compared to some other areas of the city. Looks like a 39-story building will be going here. That'll be taller than anything else in the neighborhood, I'm pretty sure. 138 meters. I think these big ones are about 30 stories. Hopefully it won't be an eyesore. This one looks a bit more recent. I see another development notice over here. I think this area is going to get densified quite a bit with new buildings. 38 stories on this site. And I think over on Merton Street there's a proposal for another building that's around 40 stories or so. Yeah, there was no soundproofing in an apartment building, Scott. Luckily, the building I live in has nice thick cement walls, so I don't hear much of anything from my neighbor. Chuck Diamond, how's it going? Welcome to the Humpday afternoon stream. We started in the morning, but we've been going for an hour and a half almost. I think I'll keep it going for a while longer. Hello, random one. How you doing? So Mount Pleasant is just over here. Let's take this little interesting street. I've always kind of looked up the street while walking along Merton and thought maybe I should walk along there sometime. So what better time than now? This will take us over to Merton, and I see a proposal for another tall building across the street here. 35 stories. There's a little food mart. I didn't know this was here. And look, phone booths. I haven't seen a phone booth since I streamed along King Street near Liberty Village. Does it work? It works! There's a dial tone. Although this one is sort of blocked here by this thing. I guess they just don't expect anyone to ever want to use these things. Oh yeah, we could put this right in front of the phone booth. Well, we got one here though. I bet you the other one works too. Wonder how long those have been there. 25 years, 30 years. Call Johnny. I'm calling you from a phone booth, an actual booth that you walk right inside like Superman. There's another proposal for another 35-story building here. It's kind of mind-boggling how many buildings are just going to be popping up all over the place. Get the sanitizer ready, yeah. I did touch that receiver, I admit it, I touched it, but I'll just hope for the best. And it's Chacho's Mexican Fine Dining. That's right, Clayton Crawford. Alright, so now we're on Merton Street. It's quite the lengthy stretch between Yonge and Mount Pleasant. And there's no major street heading north-south between the two. at it for an hour and a half. That's my battery. I'm still at 45% battery. I might not even need the power bank. This might go 2.5 hours maybe before my battery dies. Now I can either go south on Mount Pleasant back towards downtown, which is mostly a residential type area for almost the entire way, or I can go north through Mount Pleasant Village up to Eglinton, and then maybe take us over to Yonge and Eglinton, aka Stridesland. And I suppose from there I could hop on the subway to head back home. So let's walk through Mount Pleasant Village, shall we? It's a nice commercial strip, and the surrounding neighborhood is somewhat swanky, in keeping with the theme of the title. Yeah, sometimes I'm just in the mood to take an extra long walk, you know? As long as the weather is not too extreme, I can just walk and walk and walk. It is nice, isn't it, Novelcost? It is nice. Jet lag Johnny. If he ever starts a travel channel where he travels around the world, maybe he could call it that. They won't let me in the swanky area. I'd like to see them try and stop me. I'll walk in the swanky areas all I want, see? No copper's gonna stop me from walking in the swanky areas, see? June Rollins Park. That's the former mayor of Toronto. I think she was the one who stopped the Bare Naked Ladies from playing a show at Nathan Phillips Square because their name objectified women. So no concert from the Bare Naked Ladies allowed. It's gonna be curtains, see?
Actually, I don't, but I think
Yeah, Megan totally wants me to do that, Susan, for real. I told her that I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. It would be hard for me to stay in character, you know? I'd just be like, oh, come on. Well, I'm sure she would too. Make me one of those 1940 style suits with the fedora. Naked bike ride, I know. Well, I don't think there was a naked bike ride back when that happened. That was a long time ago. I think that was in like the 90s, mid 90s maybe. I would love if Action Kid would come here. It's really bright. I'm having trouble seeing some of the chats here. George's Trains, I'm not sure, you know. I kind of missed it when we were walking past. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened to George's Trains. It was 1992, alright. So that was when the Bare Naked Ladies were really just becoming a thing. When they kind of started just to hit it big in Canada, anyway. I think that's when the Gordon album was released. "30 whole years ago." Oh my God. And we never really knew each other anyway. And we never really knew each other anyway. Took me a year to believe it was over. Ba-boom, ba-boom, boom. Ooh, and it took me 2 more to get over the loss. Whoa, whoa. That's my favorite song from that album, I think. Yeah. So here we are at Mount Pleasant Village. Thank you, Seapand. The first and last time you ever heard the name Enid. I knew a girl named Enid. Around the same time, I would say, early 90s. And also there was an Enid in Ghost World, which is a good movie. So kind of a lot of expensive shops and restaurants along here. There's Piano. I think on Harvard Street there's another location. Maybe that one is called Piano. Not sure. Christopher. Do I do ASMR videos? Sometimes. I used to do them a lot in the early days of my channel. And I just do them every once in a while now. The last one I did was walking through the rain. It was like a early morning rainfall walk. That was completely ASMR. That was a couple weeks ago. When I do those, though, I find people in the comments say that they prefer when I talk. But I know some people like the silent walk, so I do try to do one of those every now and again. I did a Go Bus ride, actually, also, where I didn't talk. That was recent also. So you just hear the sounds of the bus and the highway. There's gelato. Psychic reader and advisor. You enjoyed the rain walk? Thanks, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Half silent, half talk, yeah. They like the smooth voice of the TheKenContinuum. Hello everybody, welcome to another captivating walk through the city of Toronto with TheKenContinuum. Yeah, that one too, I guess we didn't talk. Everyone in the restaurant was chattering away though, but you couldn't make out anything anyone was saying. That's right. That was on Canada Day. Flirty Flutters. What is that all about? Lash and Body. Okay. I get why it's called Flutters now. That voice would do well with a fancy suit. And thanks, Marie. I wonder if my channel would gain subscribers and views if I always talked in that voice. Be a fun experiment. And speaking of subscribers and views, if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the stream, maybe you're new to the channel, yeah, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot and gets me closer to my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And don't be afraid to come out and say hello if you're just silently watching. You don't have to if you don't want to. Can I do a SpongeBob accent? I don't think so. I'd have to listen to SpongeBob talking for a bit before I even attempted it. Hey, we're almost at Eglinton Avenue. Hello, Sunjib. I'm very well, thank you. I've never used subway station Wi-Fi before. Let's go in the shade here. Much better. We found the construction hell that is Eglinton Avenue. Word is this will be finished by the end of the year, but I'm skeptical. I'm quite skeptical. Mama's got a donkey. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome from Los Angeles. Hope you're enjoying the walk. Oh, that's right. It's always fun when someone new says hello. When does the X open? I think mid-August? Not exactly sure. In a couple weeks, maybe? I bet Johnny's lurking, perhaps. Perhaps he is. And I'm on his territory here. We're in Strides Land. So earlier when I was on St. Clair Avenue, I said I kind of liked it better than Eglinton Avenue, and well, this is definitely a bigger strip with bigger buildings and all that. I just find it's not quite as well put together as St. Clair. Everything is a bit more rough around the edges here. Of course, all the construction doesn't help, right? Yeah, so this is the biggest node in Midtown Toronto here. Hey Rudy, do you wanna? Hey little Donna. Indian man in Toronto. There's a million Indian men in Toronto. Hello in Decatur, Georgia, Peter Bradfield. I sound like Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo, let's go get some picnic baskets. Thank you very much, Peter. Thanks for coming out and saying hello. I always thought that I sounded more like Kermit the Frog than Yogi Bear, but hey, I enjoyed watching Yogi as a child. And Kermit as well. Like you need a picnic basket. Yeah. You like the older cartoons? Yeah, me too. I mean, it's nostalgia, right? Nostalgia is hard to beat. It's super express convenience. That's right. It's not only convenient, it's express convenient. And it's not only express convenient, it's super express convenience. I think they need to put extra above that super. So it'll be extra super express convenience. And then put a plus after the convenience. Then you know that they're top of the heap, right? Extra super express convenience plus. See, I should go over there and tell them. Snagapush? You mean Snagglepuss? Is that what you're referring to, Alan K. Kwan? What was his catchphrase? It was something like, "Having some Murgatroyd." Wasn't that what he said? Wasn't that Snagglepuss? "Having some Murgatroyd, exit stage left." Here's one of the many Firkin pubs. This is the original Firkin pub. Hey, I found the original Firkin pub. There's Firkins all over the city. This one was called The Fox since 1987. So there you go. This is where it all began. And we got Harvey's. You did not get that cartoon? It was one of the Hanna-Barbera slate of cartoons. Same with Yogi Bear and the Flintstones and the Jetsons and many others. Scooby-Doo. And even Captain Caveman. Who remembers that one? Or how about Speed Buggy? I think Speed Buggy was my favorite for a while when I was a kid. Bernie and Cecil. Is that a cartoon? That one doesn't ring a bell. And that's Yonge and Eglinton. Animaniacs. That was a later one though. I was too old by the time that came on to appreciate it. Here we are at Yonge and Eglinton. The appearance of this intersection has not changed in like several years, as far as I can tell. Like, the state of construction just seems static, right? I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on underground, obviously, but from this vantage point, it hasn't changed much at all. And downtown is way down there. Like a good hour and a half walk to the southern part of downtown. Johnny Quest, yeah, I definitely watched Johnny Quest and Mighty Mouse. Most definitely. I wonder if I go in here if a security guard will pounce on me. gonna see if I can get up to the rooftop patio. Is this elevator even work?
Going up.
Hopefully I don't lose the stream while I'm in this elevator. We have a nice window here, so I should still get signal. Although maybe not. Okay.
Roof.
Roof.
Going down.
Temporarily closed while undergoing repairs. What? What a ripoff. I didn't see a sign down there telling us that. Oh well, in any case, we'll still get a cool view here. It's looking east along Eglinton Avenue and Yonge Street. Yep, no fire escape necessary here. Well, I guess I have to go back down since I can't go out on the patio. Closed for repairs? What repairs? It looks perfectly fine to me. I don't see anything that needs repairing.
First floor.
First floor.
Going down.
Oh, it's nice and air conditioned in here though. Oh, feels good. Haha, no security guards got me. Well, yeah, I guess I should have, right? Guess I just wasn't thinking.
Look, we have a good team, don't get me wrong.
Gabby, it certainly is. It is a cluster F. A cluster F of no fun. Hey, Babar, how's it going? Welcome to Midtown Toronto, aka Stridesland. For those of you who don't know who Johnny Strides is, I'd be very surprised, but he's another YouTuber who does pretty much the same thing I do. And while I live downtown, he lives here in Midtown. Oh, thank you, Allie. Hey, look, it's another location of Pie. So that's the same restaurant. Well, not the same location, but Pie is where I went with Megan for Pad Thai. And they have a location up here in Midtown as well. I think a lot of the restaurants around here survived, you know? Survived the pandemic, and since things got relatively back to normal, a lot of new restaurants have been opening up all over downtown, and I'm sure up here in Midtown as well. I've noticed along Yonge Street in the heart of downtown, though, lots of new restaurants have opened up, lots of them being like Asian restaurants. I hear Elton John. Hold me closer. Do you hate oppression? Yeah, I suppose so. Who dare deny it? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. So I was going to sit here, but with this Elton John music playing, I might get a copyright claim. I actually did get a copyright claim in my last live stream on Saturday night with Megan. When we walked past the warehouse on Queen Street, there was lots of music playing, and I mentioned how annoying it was and tried to talk over it, but sure enough, when I got home I found I had a copyright claim, and rather than edit out the offending audio, I chose to leave it in, because if you edit it out, you lose the live chat replay. And I know a lot of people, when they watch the replays, they like to have the live chat still functioning. So I thought, oh well, I guess I'll just not get any ad revenue for this one. So the live chat replay is still working, but no ad revenue for that video or that live stream. Hello Franklin Mint, how's it going? And Arnold Paul, hello in Vancouver. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to see people coming out and saying hello. Am I walking east or west? Well, I was walking north, and I turned west here onto this street. Now I'm facing east though. I'm currently facing east. That was Danico Talbos. Also welcome. So yeah, hello to all the new people who have come out and said hello. And once again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And who else is here? We got Maria. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap it up, because I think I'm going to go into the Yonge and Eglinton Center and check it out, because I've never been in there before. It's like the little mall where I went in to check out the rooftop patio. There's a little shopping mall there. So I'm just going to go in and wander around there, check it out. Maybe record a video, a pre-recorded video. So thank you everyone for joining me on this Hump Day live stream, starting north of Toronto through some swanky areas and making our way all the way up here to Yonge and Eglinton via St. Clair Avenue and Avenue Road and Mount Pleasant Village and Davisville and various residential streets. Kind of went all over the place. Thanks to everyone for the awesome chats. It's all very civilized. And a big thank you to everyone who sent super chats, super stickers, PayPals. All the support is very much appreciated. Lisa Palmer blew me away with her extremely generous support during this live stream. Thank you again, Lisa, if you're still watching. And of course, everyone else, all your support is also very greatly appreciated. And yeah, I do my live streams a couple times a week. I'll do the next one this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And my daily streams, my daily videos are posted on every day when I don't do a live stream. So until next time, I will continue. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you next time. Marsha Mack here at the end. Bye. Have a nice day, everyone. You're very welcome, Marsha Mack. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. TheKenContinuum on Instagram. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.